What's going on, you guys? It's your huggable hipster here, and welcome to another review. Today I'm going to be diving into The Ghost of Tsushima. This is an interesting one because there's so many people that hype this game up for me. They're like, Ariel, you're gonna love it. You're gonna think it's so good. You're gonna not be able to put it down. I was able to put it down for more than one day. This game wasn't all it was hyped up to be for me. I'm gonna go into why. Slow your rolls down in the comment section. I can hear y'all breathing. Writing haikus while the sun sets, contemplating the memories you've collected and the places you've been. The Ghost of Tsushima is a game that makes you think, and it's one that creates a sense of unease, but more importantly, asks the soul-stretching question of, would you risk your family's honor to follow the wind to who you're truly meant to be in this life? While this game creates an alluring atmosphere and takes the player on a beautiful, deep, philosophical quest where you have two choices at the end of the game to make a very powerful decision, for me, at certain points, it felt repetitive, and I wondered, at times, what's all the hype about? The Ghost of Tsushima includes historic and scenic beauty and stunning controls, but did it really live up to the expectations that I had for it? Jin is a very interesting character. He's a very interesting character. At the beginning, he felt kind of dull and monotone, but once you get into the growth of the character and see him develop with every death and each betrayal and every step forward that he finds himself, I have to admit, really going in and seeing his character, I was quite intrigued, to say the least, about how the game was praised for not only story for him, but the intense combat, because I feel like his intense combat and his character married very well together. It progressed at such an even pace. Playing in this beautifully crafted world, I was immersed in the beauty, my surroundings, and how much it reminded me at certain points of Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. How is it possible that a game could be so lifelike and pristine, so deadly and yet so magical? At any point in time, you could stop, take a picture, and there would be no bad shot, none whatsoever. Exploring the first part of the game and getting adjusted to the controls were rather easy, and as someone who reviews games on multiple platforms, I didn't find this game difficult in the slightest when it came to combat, controls, or even sneaking around, which I'll talk about later. Combat is smooth, and it makes the gameplay very simple since it's a very wash, rinse, and repeat type thing. In the beginning of the game, I found the gameplay, the flow, very boring and to a degree repetitive. It wasn't until the second half of the second chapter I felt the pacing start to move more and pick up. It's a wonderful game, but it didn't capture me in the way that I hoped that it would. Through the game, making intense choices is how you grow Jin's character. From watching Taka get killed to the first assassination that Jin makes, Jin sees things that not only mentally break him, but show him who he really needed to become. It wasn't going to be someone that his uncle approved of, and it's something that he never expected in himself that he would turn into. But throughout his story, we see his growth and how, in a sense, he grows enough of a backbone to rely heavily on himself instead of anyone else, and that I absolutely love. And he relies on himself enough to make his own choices, which I think that kind of applies to life in general, right? Of where you grow enough of a backbone to the point of where, like, hey, I can make my own decisions. I don't need anyone telling me what I can and can't do. I feel like Jin, and this isn't in the article, but I felt like Jin was so guided by honor and the correct thing to do that he forgot who he really was, in a sense. At the end of the game, it really comes down to learning who you really are, a ghost or a barbarian. I feel like, hey, I'd rather be a ghost than a barbarian because, title-wise, kind of cooler. You have two options at the end of the game, to kill or leave the uncle. I chose to leave him instead of killing him because I felt it was more genuine to Jin's character development. By the end of the game, Jin has slaughtered countless people, but has always served his country and the ones he cared for. Since this game is based on the Mongol invasion of Japan that occurred from 1274 to 1281, it was fascinating to see Sucker Punch create a world that puts us in the fight and showed us what it could have been like to fight in that chaotic part of history. This part of history was violent, you guys. You gotta keep in mind how absolutely violent, tumultuous, absolute chaos it was. It showed no mercy for people who were just really trying to get by. And the history of it all, I think, is one of the best parts. And it teaches people history while having that sort of escapism that we all love. One of the best parts of this game, and the shining light at this repetitive tunnel, I feel, is that the game offered something besides a great photo mode in history, I might add, is the stealth mode. Oh my god, the stealth mode is absolutely incredible in this game, and I will die on this hill when I say that it is the best idea ever that Sucker Punch made to make the stealth mode mandatory. Like, it's not something of where, like, you can just go up and kill anybody, but no, you have to be sneaky. You have to be one with the ninja. You have to be one with the stealth. I think it's absolutely incredible. And in this game, being stealthy is so crucial and vital to be good at, because there are a lot of sections in this game where you need to actually be stealthy. You can't, like I said, you can't just go up and kill people after you've snuck up behind them. Sneaked, snuck. You have to maneuver around certain sections without alerting any guards, and it's one of the most satisfying things I think I have ever accomplished in a game. The stealth combined with sneak kills and a timing of a great picture at the right moment, those bits of the game for me are some of the most memorable ones. Did it live up to the hype for me? No, it did not. Absolutely not. Sadly, this game wasn't living up to that hype that I thought it would, and yes, it is a beautiful game. It's stunning. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think the map designs and the way that the artwork was done in this game is some of the most beautiful ever. I even have the full artwork book. It's absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love the artwork in this game. The mechanics are easy to learn, very satisfying. The history that's incorporated in a seamless manner is very well done and executed, and the stealth is incredible, but at the end of it all, the story in the game, mainly focusing on Jin and the Mongol Empire, fell really flat for me. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It fell flat at certain points and felt inconsistent for the majority of the game. One moment I was completely immersed in the story, and the next it would feel like I'm back in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, killing, walking, killing some more, updating a quest line, then killing some more. It felt very repetitive. At the end, my original question still holds true and is the running theme of the game. Would you risk your family's honor to follow the wind to who you truly are meant to be, sacrificing everything? The concept of following what you want versus what your family wants is a constant struggle. Finding your own path isn't easy and shouldn't be, but the fact that this game acknowledges the struggle every human faces, the journey of the self, is why once you get into this game and pay attention to the growth of Jin, it makes the journey of him that much sweeter. But you guys, that was it for me. I hope you all enjoyed this review. If you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below, because I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And with that being said, stay casually nerdy, you guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye. By the end of the game, Jim, why do I keep calling him Jim? Jimmy boy. Why do I keep calling Jim? Jimmy boy! Arthur! As soon as I start any sort of recording, their car is zooming by. Oh my god. I haven't had coffee in like 4 days. Oh my god, this is amazing right now. Hallelujah. Feel good. I knew that I would.